Hello, I'm playing Oblivion. Load game. Rajat. Last time we had failed to complete the Brotherhood Betrayed quest, I believe it's called, and now we are heading to Chorrol. So I have some news that has occurred since last video was released, or rather even produced. If you're watching this, the news would have already been technically valid, but school for me has ended for the year. Not for the whole year, but the scholastic year. Oh, I forget. Did we say we were going to go in here? I think we already went in here, actually. Yeah, I think we did. But that means that I will be more able to get content out. I've went off road, I believe, but oh no, we're still on road. I'll be able to get more content at a better rate. Not necessarily a great rate still, but enemies are nearby. But still, expect more content in the future, and that also means that I am back with my lovely, lovely preferred monitor. No, this thing's great, but I will not digress a whole episode again. Just know that my knowledge since our last CRT talk has substantially increased, and I am currently running this at a sort of a different method. I've discovered that here I am saying that I won't digress. But, you know, gotta make travel interesting somehow. No, I'm still on road. But I was brought to the attention of the pixel clock limitations of both VGA and my monitor. VGA has a certain pixel clock limitation where it becomes less effective, and then an actual theoretical pixel clock limit. However, I found a patch with the program I use, the CRU. What's up with all the legions, dude? That, I guess it makes this limit of VGA, not the theoretical limit, I'm overweight. Not the theoretical limit, but the practical limit. Negligible. I believe that's how it works, so that you can have a higher pixel clock rate on VGA, which is what this uses technically. It uses DVI, but it's connectors through DVI. Electrically, they're the same. So now I've managed to fix up my... I've installed that patch to my BIOS, and I have now adjusted the resolution that or rather that I'm playing this on. You were not viewing it at. This is of course 1920 by 1080. I take care to make it the same resolution as my other monitor I used to mainly record these episodes on. And because 16 by 9 is of course far more common than the resolution aspect ratio I am using, which is 4 by 3. So I suffer the black bars so that you don't have to. But yeah, I've managed to adjust the pixel clock rate, the hertz rate and the pixel clock rate, and enabled interlacing so that this is now 1920 by 1080 at 144 hertz. Of course, the 1080 is 1080i. It's interlaced, but otherwise, it looks fantastic. It feels fantastic. Now, if only my game would not lag so substantially. In other news, to diverge from... There's a wolf. From CRT talk, I have got a job. I believe I've mentioned before. A job lined up for me. This looks like a pathway. We'll go explore it, even though it's pretty late. We usually want to get sleep right now. But I've got a job, and I've decided with the money that I will get from said job, I may build a new computer. So that will be exciting for the future. but that's mostly my other news. First, I have to focus my funds on a new desk, first and foremost. I'm currently recording this in the same sunroom area I recorded. Oh, this goes up. Okay, we're not going to worry about this. In the same sunroom area that I recorded the other episodes on around Easter. So that's mainly... I mainly want to get a new desk for my room so I can record in there. I apologize if you can hear the fan, by the way. It's pretty high. I just now realized that may be something. Hopefully it doesn't affect too much. I'm hoping that when I get that desk, it will help us tremendously. It will help me tremendously. I'll be in an enclosed space. Oh, it's 8, not 9. Oh, I don't like that. I need to get a mod that fixes that.
You have what seems to be the emperors have been
Yeah. We've heard about that all before. But I just think that having a desk in my room that can support the CRT is pretty important in my opinion. It'd be a nice luxury to have, so I'm gonna look into that pretty soon. Get a new desk, look towards building a computer. And hopefully in the future we will be able to produce higher quality videos. Now, of course, the bad news, there is bad news about me being home for this particular instance, not in general. The bad news is that my upload speeds are not great anymore. But the reason why the upload speed is a problem, my upload speed at my house is not as high as it was in my dorm. And now I am not in my dorm anymore, nor do I really have access to my dorm at the moment. I will next semester. I'll be in the same room next semester, but yeah, that's a problem that has arisen with circumstances. That basically just means that I won't be able to upload videos as fast, which isn't overall a problem considering my upload schedule has been kinda everywhere recently. Now that I am out of school, yeah, we'll figure out how to solve this. Now that I am out of school for the most part, I'll still have work and everything that I'll need to focus on, but I won't have school to worry about. So my schedule will overall be extremely consistent. I'll have weekends free most of the time. I have choir, I believe, on Saturdays and Mondays in the afternoon. So my Mondays are completely unavailable. That will not affect the theorized Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule of the summer that we have come up with. I don't really, you know what? I really don't care. That's a fair bit of gold, but I really don't care. That will not affect that schedule at all. I can schedule uploads, which I will certainly do. But yeah, that's just the general gist of it. Okay, we have arrived at Chorrol. We're going to take the northern gate, because that is closest to where we need to be. And we don't want to go by Wayne and Priory yet. We're probably going to get the prompt of, oh hey, we've arrived in Chorrol, go complete the main quest, but we're not going to do that yet. As of recording this video, I've actually not gotten any comments on where the series should go, where people want the series to go. So if people like the series the way it is, where I basically just go do my own thing and talk over it, then, I mean, if that works, it works. So I'll keep it that way until someone says something about it, or has a request. Oh, hello. So until someone puts in a request, or anything along those lines, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. There is something I noticed with my game, though, when I was playing in single player, and I'm going to disclose that. Kvatch is a bit wonky. You'll see what we'll visit Kvatch eventually. You'll see what I mean. People who have played this game will know immediately what's wonky about it, and people who won't, perhaps you'll see what it is. But just know that the vanilla game does not have it like that. This is a fault of my mods that I will fix in the future. Yeah, that's the prompt I was talking about. We're not going to worry about it. Our active quest is the Mage's Guild, and we're going to go into the Mage's Guild and sleep. We are way past our bedtime. Oh my. It took us longer to get the Chorrol than expected, probably because we went through the one ruin, Aelid Ruin. And you see, when this game manages to run smooth, this game looks fucking amazing at this hertz rate with interlacing on this monitor. Oh my god. But when it doesn't, it just looks alright. It doesn't look like worse than like an LCD, you know. But it has its rather, it doesn't have its downsides in my eyes. It has unfortunate circumstances of a poor PC. Not necessarily a poor PC, but a not up to standard gaming PC. A older gaming PC. Which may or may not be a fault of the processor, may or may not be a fault of the graphics card, may or may not be a combination of the two. I imagine the latter's more likely. We're going to pick this lock. But there's just something about the higher hertz rates on these types of monitors that makes things like the lockpicking minigame so much easier. I don't know if that's sort of nitpicking or if that's just my cognitive bias. I mean, I do notice a difference, and it makes things easier. We've leveled up. Hello. I've also I also just now remembered something I noticed when I was editing my more recently recorded videos. The peak rates are kind of strange. So I'm trying not to speak as loud as I was, because that caused some issues with the audio and the decibel rating. I think it's directly related to the settings I have on OBS. But it's strange, considering that it seems to fluctuate. This episode seems to be fine. I will consider it out of my control. We're going to level up really fast, but if it doesn't change, I'll fix it. You don't need to worry about that. I'll fix it. Okay, 3. We'll just do our continued scheme, intelligence, endurance, and willpower. We'll start putting in the strength here once we get endurance up to, I think next level I'm going to do 3 in endurance to get that up to 70, and then 2 strength, and then 5 in intelligence, and 3 in willpower. Or maybe 5, 5, 2, 3. Or, no, 5, 5, 1, 2. Or maybe put the 3 here. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll put the 3 here to get this up to 70, then 5, 5. Yeah, that sounds good to me. We're going to get our... We've been leveling up our magic skills. Can we get our destruction up to 50? We can. Great. We're also going to level up our alchemy. We're going to level up our restoration. If we can get our... Okay, if we don't level up our alchemy, we can get our restoration up to 50, which I'd prefer to do for various reasons. We're going to get our block up to 34 with our remaining points, or should we get our... We're going to get our blend up to 48 with our remaining points. 0, 0. So we're done. Level 5 already. Time's passed so quickly. Now that our endurance is higher too, it's related to our strength. I stand corrected. Now that our endurance is higher, absolutely nothing with our carrying capacity has changed. We will pillage this area once we have freer inventory space. Yes, we need to talk to you. Tikias. About rumors, the prophet, Mage's Guild, Chorrol.
It's good that you've joined.
Yeah. Arcane University.
Arcane University. I'm afraid I can't just write. If perhaps you can clear up a small matter involving Irana.
What's this Irana?
She and I have an unpleasant history. I have seen that she is in town, though she has not approached me. Determine what she's after.
Okay, so basically just some interpersonal beef here.
I wish to be rid of Irana.
So he's like, get rid of this person I really am not fond of. and we'll see about the recommendation. Now, we're more than willing to do this, but we're gonna pick these locks first, just so we can get our XP up. It appears that our sleeping buff has already gone away. Probably because we didn't get 9 hours. Yeah, that's an actual... Okay.
Excuse me.
I think that's an actual thing that happens.
I passed her the other day. You wouldn't believe...
Wow, she does not like the whole guild, apparently.
You've got a lot to learn.
300 gold. Yep, we are not worrying about that
I
for now.
offer the fine...
He's an apprentice, which means that we aren't going to get a very good deal, but we'll sell what we can here. I don't know if I've...
I can't do
Yeah, I've sold things on camera. There's no doubt I fucking
that.
have. Okay, he really doesn't like it when we skimp him out. But we're gonna sell all of these potions.
You've made
I don't remember if I was keeping anything for any particular reason. Personally, don't really care. Money is money. Oh, we're exactly. Oh yes, and he'll buy these Aelid statues off us, but we're not gonna sell these quite yet. We're gonna see what we can do about these to get a better deal. And I know they're taking up a lot of inventory space, but it's worth it. And I'm considering selling these Varla stones now. We'll wait a bit for those too. But I'm going to sell these small things. I don't know why I have a pair of tongs. You can have them. So gold nuggets. These serve absolutely no use to us at the moment, so we'll sell them.
That's a fine transaction.
Okay. And now our carrying capacity has been increased by a whole 10 points. Wow.
Take care.
Okay, so we're going to set this Chorrol recommendation as...
What news about Irena?
Yeah, literally nothing. I have not left the building.
Let's do business.
Okay, so this is more of a conjuration area. So now that our destruction's above 50, oh yeah, we'll get alteration up too. I really wish I would have chose alteration as a major skill, but it'd be that way sometimes. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to look into a few of these spells. Yes.
I hope I can. I offer the finest good.
Good thing I stopped myself. He's a novice, so we can possibly get this up to that. Heal major wounds. Oh, we can go even farther, probably. Soul Trap. We definitely want a Soul Trap spell. I don't typically like using fire spells for various reasons. Okay, that's around where he caps off.
You've got to be kidding.
Okay, 78 is our cap. I typically don't like to buy fire spells because shock is my preferred destruction. We'll buy it because why not? It's stronger than what we have. Shock is my preferred method of destruction, mostly because it has the least resistances of any of the other destruction spells. But it's not horrible. It's definitely not Frost, which I think in Skyrim it has the most resistances. In Oblivion, it's pretty rounded. Here's Arana, by the way.
Ah, yes. You are a guild mage, are you not? Yet different from the others. Yes, this is good. There's a small
Okay, small matter. It's worth involving guild.
Best if kept just...
Alright, sure, we're interested. Why not?
It's a simple task, really. All you need to do is fetch a book for me.
Fetch a
The
book.
is entitled
Fingers of the Mountain.
Fingers of the Mountain. It is of no use to you. You won't be able to read it.
Well, that's
I,
quite
however,
pretentious.
can and would very much like to. You'll find it at an old ruin. Return it to me immediately when you have it. Make no mention of it to
Yeah, so she doesn't want Tikias knowing. Yeah, there's some clear rivalry beef happening. Hey, Tikias.
What news about... Yes? What? Not only does it exist, but she knows where it is? Well, I trust that as a member of the guild.
Yeah.
To be clear,
Yeah.
should... Finding that book should be your top priority.
I want these soul gems. So we heard about the Fingers on the Mountain book, which is apparently some good thing. And both Tychius and Urana want it. Now we're going to give it to Tychius because I care a fair bit more about the Arcane University than Urana. But perhaps we can go do Urana later. That came out differently than I had wanted it to. Maybe we could do her quest line later. Because I don't know if it did not, but Fingers on the Mountain and the Core Recommendation are actually two separate quests. We do not want to pick this.
I am anxious to hear.
Yeah, I've not left the building, dickhead.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Are you new in town?
Yes, I am. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. I'm always glad to meet someone new. Welcome. I'm
So your mother, who's your mother?
My mother owns Northern Goods and Trade in Chorrol.
No, maybe we can go by there and sell some shit or buy some. She's a very happy person.
All I heard is that she's looking.
Yeah, she's looking for some book. Fighters Guild's recruiting here. By the way, I've done some research. The Fighters Guild, the places I was correct about the places you join. It's Chorrol, Anvil, and Shaden Hall. And those are correct. So anyway, Fingers on the Mountain is quite a distance away. We're going to be traveling for a fair distance, which should take us the whole of this game day, and perhaps even the entirety of this episode. Let me know what you guys think about the duration of these episodes. I understand the last two were particularly long, and I apologize for that. Various factors influenced that decision. Those are probably the longest episodes I will strive to have. I've tried to keep the episodes under 30 minutes because I believe that's a good number. Not too short, not too long. There's a cave over here, I believe. We're gonna go try to discover it. It allows, under 30 minutes allows for just enough time, I believe, for a quest to be completed in, or maybe a quest or two, or several locations to be completed in a single episode. And for big quests down the line, 30 minutes would be preferred for me, because I don't particularly like splitting things into parts, as you noted by my hesitancy with branching off from Brotherhood Betrayed. Although Brotherhood Betrayed will not be going anywhere, I like to keep a certain amount of realism between the instigation of a quest or a quest line and the completion or my work on a quest line. So it kind of bothers me that we had to go away from Brotherhood Betrayed, but it couldn't be helped. We're not going to worry about these side caves, or else this would take way longer than I would have liked. Perhaps once we're done with the Chorrol recommendation, we've done some quests in Chorrol, we'll come out here and finish these caverns, or do these caverns. But for right now, since I said I don't like splitting things into parts, I'm not going to split things into parts by going into these caves, as that would certainly bring us over the duration that I prefer. So we'll see. And I don't think I ever said, but please let me know in the comments what you think would be best for the channel and a playthrough. I'm always up to suggestions and adapting my playthrough with these suggestions. Always am. Try to be. So if you guys, I always say at the end of every video, but if you guys have any recommendations or anything, or requests even, like I should adjust the not the aspect ratio, but the viewpoint, the field of vision. There, that's the fucking word I'm going for. Please let me know. I'm more than willing to accommodate, as I know FOV can be kinda nauseating to some people. especially people who may be claustrophobic. So if you think it's too bad, I personally think right here, the way this is pretty good. No real complaints with the FOV here. Oh, we've aggroed something. I wouldn't know what that is, so. Oh, there he is. So now that we got a new destruction spell, I don't think I directly showcase the contrast of effectiveness between these spells. So this new spell we got is 36 magicka, whereas the old one we had 16, 10 points and 20 points. So it's a spell that's twice as good for just over twice as much of the magicka cost, but that's a good thing. The magicka cost will actually become more efficient as we increase our destruction levels. We found Cloud Top. This is actually where we need to be. As we increase our destruction levels, because we become more well versed in those levels of destruction. The same goes for any other class of spell. Okay, so we found this weird ass place. There's a corpse here. It has a book in it. The book, we can't actually read the book. Book's not in our book section. It's actually in our misc section, and we can't equip it. For some reason, this book just won't fucking open for us. So, yeah, we're gonna head back to Chorrol. I'm actually going to fast travel there. No point in walking back, since I just cut it anyway. And here we are. That actually only took us 3 hours of the day. I'm surprised. Okay, now, at this point, we can go give the book to Arana or Tychius. See ya. We're gonna go take the book to Tychius. Like I said, my priority right now
Well met, guildmate.
is the guild.
I am Go ahead.
Yeah, anxious about the book.
Found the book.
Here you go. Here's the book.
Ah, yes. You have shown yourself worthy of the guild, and for that I thank you. You shall.
Yeah, we got a recommendation, and he's going to make sure that the book is well kept. Don't know how I body flicker techniqued over here, but oh,
Hello, guildmate.
the Mage's Guild has many mysteries. I'll be honest with you,
Hello,
I did not expect that to go anywhere near as smooth as it just did.
Heard any news from the
But now, we have Fingers of the Mountain. Again! But, I'm going to save. As I said, I'm going to try to keep the videos shorter, but I think that this, generally, is a good duration. We'll see how I feel about it once this video goes up. But thank you guys for accompanying me on this journey through Oblivion. We've made it to Chorrol. We completed the Chorrol recommendation, and next time, hopefully, we will get some Chorrol quests done. We will do some locations near Chorrol, and we will discover some new things. Perhaps we'll even join the Fighters Guild before we leave Chorrol, and my next plans for our travel will be to drop by the Imperial City on our way to Skingrad and Anvil. And Kavach, of course, can't forget Kavach. To these 3 cities to finish our Mage's Guild recommendations. But until then, I'm going to end the video, so I will see you guys next time. If you liked the series, please leave a like at the video. If you do not like the series, leave a dislike. If you have any recommendations, requests, etc., please leave it in the comments below. Any questions, I'll try to reply to them. And of course, any memes. I love memes. Share memes. If you like content like this, I try to upload similar content, and there will be more content in the future. If you just simply like watching me, which thank you. If you do, then subscribe and hit the bell if you would like for those notifications. So I'll see ya.